Hello, everyone. Welcome to Merle's Pearls of Business Wisdom, where I, Merle M. Singer, the Relationship Miracle Worker, talk about all things relationship and how they impact the business world. Today, I have a topic. It's about competition. We are raised, certainly in the United States, we are raised on competition. Competition is good. Yes, we got to be better, best. And better, best often means better than you. and you. And competition, well, every football game, every basketball game, every baseball game, yay, competition. And it's exciting. It's kind of like gambling. You know what it is? It's you don't know what's going to happen until the game is over, and but it's a confined amount of time and space. So it's not like you don't know if you're going to get the job and it's like 6 months and you're waiting. It's like, in any kind of sports thing, that the duration of the game more or less. And so, and a movie, by the way, you don't know how it's going to end, but it's 2 hours. You'll know you can wait 2 hours. And so competition is exciting. What comes to mind is even horror movies that people love, or roller coasters. The competition has that same kind of response from us. We get really energized by it. Too much of it, however, we get an ulcer. But so I'm here to say that competition is a good thing, and that competition gives you the energy and the urge and the push to be a little better, to think of a little better service to give, to act a more polite way, to create new products or new variations of products, to even better meet the needs of your client and customers. And so that's good on a social scale, is to do a better job and make things better for your customers or clients. That's a good thing. What's also good is that by the way, you make more money. The better you can satisfy your clients and customers, the more money you make. So that's a good thing. And it's certainly the American way. But, and you knew there was going to be a but, everything can be overdone. You can take medicine for your ulcer or for your heart or whatever it is, and it makes you better, and you live longer. Awesome. Take too much of it, and the opposite can happen. So a little is good, a little bit more might be more interesting, a little bit more than that might be too much. So I think that it's important to understand, we're kind of living in a world of black and white, and I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about good and bad, or acceptable and not acceptable. We're in a situation where compromise seems to be a bad thing rather than a good thing. And compromise actually is a good thing, because every medicine, by the way, has side effects. So what do you and your doctor sit down and talk about, or do ask him to talk about it, is what are the side effects, and what would happen if I don't take this, or could I take less and still have a good effect and not have the side effects? So it's not take it or not take it. It's how do I take it? 7 times a day? Once a day? There are shades. There are ways to determine what is good that isn't yes or no. Sometimes it's yes, but, and sometimes it's no, but. And when we allow ourselves to see our world shaded with paler colors, brighter colors, different shades of intensity of color, then we can talk about when competition is awesome, boom, and when it's not so much about competition, it's about how can we cooperate? Because these are 2 skills that are really important skills for us to have to be the best we can be in our lifetime. So I'm thinking in terms of business, the competition part is good, but sometimes you meet with your competitors, or sometimes you talk to them and have conversations with them. Sometimes you have organizations with all the competitors, all the financial planners get together and talk. Well, they're all competing against each other. Well, not exactly. Some people have a different clientele. Some people have a young clientele, old clientele, rich clientele, poor clientele. All the engineers. You can specialize within financial planning in a lot of different areas. But nevertheless, when you have an organization of financial planners, you're meeting with your competitors. But you're not competing at this time. You're sharing. You're saying, this is what I do to make money. This is how I help my clients. This is who I like to specialize with. And sometimes, actually, that's somebody that you're not interested in. So among all these competitors that you have, there are colleagues that you can share with, learn from, and actually give business to and get business from. So I think it's important for us to understand that competition is awesome and good and exciting, actually, about cooperating with the people in our company. We need the people in our company to help us do the sales, help us figure out the statistics. We need everybody that's in the company to help us out. And even in a day where we're not necessarily at the office, sometimes we're at home, we still need those people in the office to do the various tasks that are needed for you to be able to make a sale. And as a big company, you need to know, as the boss, you need all these people. It makes me think about what's happening now. There's a strike on with the teachers union. Well, it's not even with the teachers union. It's the everybody else that works in a school that isn't a teacher, from the janitors to different aides and assistants, and everybody. You think in a school you need is a teacher, and that's not true. You don't just need the teacher. You need the teacher, but you need all of the people that clean the school. You need everybody. So how do you get that sense of cooperation and really, in a sense, the people in your company, whether it's the school system or your business, are the most important. And yet, you can only give so much. Salaries can only be so much, depending on your profit margin. You, as a business owner, you need to think in terms of, well, this is all I can afford to give for salary. But then you have to know that there's a downside to that. How can you make, what can you do for your employees to make them happy, functioning employees, and so that they're more productive? And being more productive make you more money so that you can pay them more. There's a lot of things that you have to consider in terms of how do you cooperate with who in your company, and how do you stimulate them to be competitive, maybe to give them a bonus, and yet have your various employees cooperate with each other. So competition is awesome. It's not just, it's effective and it's fun. You know why? I think it's fun because because that sense of competition is kind of social. It's like, it's more like it's more like a game. It's more like football. It's more like basketball. That even our games when we're kids are, in a sense, competitive. So I guess because the competition in sales reminds us, without our even thinking about it, of the fun of trying to win in any game. And use it, but don't abuse it. That's just what it comes down to. And that's, I could go on and on and on, but I'm not going to, because I think you got the point. We can talk more about it at another time. I will say I'm going to be interviewing later on today, and it'll be broadcast on my podcast in April. I'm going to be interviewing Vern Buttinger about neural profit engines. I learned a lot of things, very interesting, about the role of bookkeeping. I never thought in terms of bookkeeping being data that you use to figure out your goals and how to accomplish what business goals that you have, and how to make more money and how to not get caught in a pandemic or manage to survive. Anyway, it'll be very interesting. Meanwhile, have fun competing, but also Notice when it's time to cooperate with your buddies. Okay, have a great week. I will see you next week, same time, same station. And let me know what you, whether you agree with me or not, whether you have another topic or not. I always want to hear from you. Have a great, fabulous day and week. Bye.